Wilfrid Laurier University Press presents Soldiers of Song, The Dumbells and Other Canadian Concert Parties of the First World War by Jason Wilson. Read for you by the author. Chapter 1. Introduction. In light of its lack of preparation and the questionable quality of its officers, the Canadian Army was viewed, by some Canadians, as the comedian contingent at the outset of the First World War. By war's end, however, the Canadian Corps, who were later dubbed the Shock Troops, would mature into one of the premier fighting formations on the Western Front. Still, concert parties of the Canadian Corps would ensure that at least some of that comedian quotient would be retained. The seeds of black humor that inspired the likes of Monty Python, Saturday Night Live, and SCTV were sown in the trenches of the Great War, and Canadian concert parties were among the pioneers of this brand of comedy. To optimize the fighting potential of Canadian soldiers in the First World War, organized concert parties satisfied the official Canadian Expeditionary Force, CEF, the administrative branch of the Canadian Corps, mandate of raising and maintaining the morale of Canadian soldiers. Ironically, concert party performers were able to achieve this aim by mocking the military system and its high-ranking officers. Though many officers were aware of the subversive material in the concert party's performances, they chose to ignore it because of its positive effect on troop morale. The soldier entertainers were not merely following the impersonal objective of bolstering the morale of the army at large in order for them to win the war, but rather, more intimately, the performers sought to reach the individual soldier in the interest of helping him survive the war. The Canadian Corps' concert parties helped soldiers enjoy a respite from the war while remaining literally and emotionally in the middle of it. The sonic assault of artillery bursts, alongside the prevalence of death and its unmistakable stench, always complemented the makeshift stages erected along the front lines, where troops watch one of their own channel a popular song from the music hall, act out a humorous and topical skit, or enjoy the most cherished component of the concert party's repertoire, the female impersonators. Over the course of the war, the comedic material of both Canadian and British concert parties transformed from the light fare offered in the British music hall to a darker humor that was exclusive to frontline soldiers. And while some topics, such as killing and dying,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?